Welcome back, beloved viewers, to another exciting episode on Thy Word, where we journey through the timeless tales of the Bible. Today, we embark on a thrilling adventure delving deep into the story of one of the most enigmatic figures in biblical history, none other than the mighty Samson. Known for his incredible strength and remarkable exploits, Samson's tale is filled with intrigue, betrayal, and divine intervention. So, buckle up as we put your knowledge to the test with our ultimate Samson quiz. Don't comment on how much you were able to get correct. Without further ado, let's dive in and see if you have what it takes to conquer this quiz. Question 1. What was the source of Samson's extraordinary strength? A. His hair. B. His muscles. C. His diet. D. His faith. The answer is A. His hair. Samson's strength was derived from his Nazirite vow, which included not cutting his hair. Judges chapter 16 verse 17 reads, "So he told her everything. No razor has ever been used on my head," he said, "because I have been a Nazirite dedicated to God from my mother's womb. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as any other man." Question 2. What animal did Samson encounter and kill with his bare hands? A. Lion. B. Bear. C. Wolf. D. Leopard. The answer is A. Lion. Samson encountered a lion while traveling to Timnah and killed it with his bare hands, as recorded in Judges chapter 14 verse 5 and 6. Which states, Samson went down to Timnah together with his father and mother. As they approached the vineyards of Timnah, suddenly a young lion came roaring toward him. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him so that he tore the lion apart with his bare hands as he might have torn a young goat. But he told neither his father nor his mother what he had done. Question 3. What did Samson use to defeat 1,000 Philistines? Was it A. A sword, B. the jawbone of a donkey, C. a spear, or D. a sling? The correct answer is B. the jawbone of a donkey. Samson used the jawbone of a donkey as a weapon to defeat 1,000 Philistines, as described in Judges chapter 15 verses 15 to 16. Verse 15 states, "Finding a fresh jawbone of a donkey, he grabbed it and struck down 1,000 men. Then Samson said, 'With a donkey jawbone I have made donkeys of them. With a donkey jawbone I have killed 1,000 men.'" Question 4. What was the name of the woman who betrayed Samson by revealing the secret of his strength? A. Delilah. B. Ruth. C. Deborah. D. Hannah. The answer is A. Delilah. Delilah, a Philistine woman, betrayed Samson by cutting his hair while he slept, leading to his capture by the Philistines. The full account of these events can be found in Judges chapter 16 verses 4 to 21. Question 5. How many times did Delilah attempt to discover the secret of Samson's strength? A. 3. B. 4. C. 5. D. 6. The answer is A. 3. Delilah made 3 attempts to discover the secret of Samson's strength before succeeding. This is found in Judges chapter 16 verses 6 to 20. Verse 15 states, "Then she said to him, 'How can you say, I love you, when you won't confide in me? This is the 3rd time you have made a fool of me and haven't told me the secret of your great strength.'" Question 6. What did the Philistines do to Samson after he was captured? A. Blinded him. B. Imprisoned him. C. Enslaved him. D. Tortured him. The answer is A. Blinded him. The Philistines gouged out Samson's eyes after capturing him, leaving him blind. According to Judges chapter 16 verse 21, "Then the Philistines seized him, gouged out his eyes and took him down to Gaza. Binding him with bronze shackles, they set him to grinding grain in the prison." Question 7. How did Samson eventually die? A. He was executed by the Philistines. B. He was killed in battle. C. He pulled down a temple. D. He drowned in the sea. The answer is C. He pulled down a temple. Samson died while pulling down a temple in Gaza, killing many Philistines in the process. This can be found in Judges chapter 16 verses 23 to 31. Question 8. What did Samson request from God before his final act? A. Forgiveness. B. Revenge. C. Mercy. D. Strength. The answer is D. Strength. Before his final act, Samson prayed to God for strength one last time, asking to avenge his eyes. Judges chapter 16 verse 28 reads, "Then Samson prayed to the Lord, 'Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please, God, strengthen me just once more, and let me with one blow get revenge on the Philistines for my 2 eyes.'" Question 9. Who are the parents of Samson? A. Manoah and his wife. B. Elimelech and Naomi. C. Boaz and Ruth. D. Jesse and his wife. The correct answer is A. Manoah and his wife. Samson was born to Manoah and his wife, who were childless until an angel appeared to them and announced his birth. This can be found in Judges chapter 13 verses 2 to 24. Question 10. What did Samson use to set the Philistines' crops on fire? A. Torches. B. A flaming arrow. C. A firebrand. D. A flaming sword. The correct answer is A. Torches. Samson tied torches to the tails of 300 foxes and set them loose in the Philistines' fields, burning their crops. This can be found in Judges chapter 15 verses 3 to 5. Samson said to them, "This time I have a right to get even with the Philistines. I will really harm them." So he went out and caught 300 foxes and tied them tail to tail in pairs. He then fastened a torch to every pair of tails, lit the torches and let the foxes loose in the standing grain of the Philistines. He burned up the shocks and standing grain, together with the vineyards and olive groves. As we journey deeper into the realm of Samson's saga, it's time for a quick breather to reflect on the remarkable feats we've explored so far. From his encounter with the fierce lion to the dramatic showdown with the Philistines, Samson's story is packed with unforgettable moments of triumph and tragedy. But fear not, dear viewers, for there's much more to uncover as we press on with our quiz. So, take a moment to stretch those mental muscles, grab a refreshing drink, and prepare yourself for the challenges that lie ahead. Don't forget to comment with the score you got at the end of the quiz. Like, subscribe and share if you liked this quiz. Question 11. What did Samson tell Delilah would weaken him, other than his hair? A. Tying him up with ropes. B. Plucking out his eyes. C. Covering his eyes with a blindfold. D. Binding him with chains. The answer is A. Tying him up with ropes. Samson deceived Delilah on 3 occasions, telling her false methods that would weaken him. This is found in Judges chapter 16 verses 7 to 9. Verses 7 reads, "Samson answered her, 'If anyone ties me with 7 fresh bowstrings that have not been dried, I'll become as weak as any other man.'" Question 12. How long did Samson judge Israel? A. 20 years. B. 40 years. C. 60 years. D. 80 years. The correct answer is A. 20 years. Samson judged Israel for 20 years during the time of the Philistine oppression. According to Judges chapter 15 verse 20, Samson led Israel for 20 years in the days of the Philistines. Question 13. What was the name of the place where Samson killed 30 Philistines? A. Ashkelon. B. Gaza. C. Timnah. D. Ekron. The answer is A. Ashkelon. Samson killed 30 Philistines and took their garments to fulfill a bet he made. This is found in Judges chapter 14 verse 19. Then the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him. He went down to Ashkelon, struck down 30 of their men, stripped them of everything and gave their clothes to those who had explained the riddle. Burning with anger, he returned to his father's home. Question 14. What did Samson find inside the carcass of the lion he killed? A. Honey. B. Gold coins. C. A treasure map. D. Nothing. The answer is A. Honey. Samson found honey inside the carcass of the lion he had killed, and he ate some of it. Judges chapter 14 verses 8 to 9 states, "Sometime later, when he went back to marry her, he turned aside to look at the lion's carcass, and in it he saw a swarm of bees and some honey. He scooped out the honey with his hands and ate as he went along. When he rejoined his parents, he gave them some, and they too ate it. But he did not tell them that he had taken the honey from the lion's carcass." Question 15. What was the riddle that Samson proposed to the Philistines? A. Out of the eater, something to eat; out of the strong, something sweet. B. What is sweeter than honey? What is stronger than a lion? C. What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? D. What is black when you buy it, red when you use it, and gray when you throw it away? The correct answer is A. Out of the eater, something to eat; out of the strong, something sweet. Samson's riddle to the Philistines according to Judges chapter 14 verse 14 states, he replied, "Out of the eater, something to eat; out of the strong, something sweet." For 3 days they could not give the answer. Question 16. What did Samson do with the gates of Gaza? A. He destroyed them. B. He carried them away. C. He set them on fire. D. He locked them. The answer is B. He carried them away. Samson carried the gates of Gaza, along with their bars and posts, to the top of a hill facing Hebron. Judges chapter 16 verses 2 to 3 states, "The people of Gaza were told, 'Samson is here.' So, they surrounded the place and lay in wait for him all night at the city gate. They made no move during the night, saying, 'At dawn we'll kill him.' But Samson lay there only until the middle of the night. Then he got up and took hold of the doors of the city gate, together with the 2 posts, and tore them loose, bar and all. He lifted them to his shoulders and carried them to the top of the hill that faces Hebron." Question 17. Who betrayed Samson by revealing the secret of his riddle? A. His wife. B. His father-in-law. C. The men of Judah. D. The Philistine elders. The answer is A. His wife. Samson's Philistine wife betrayed him by coaxing the secret of his riddle from him and revealing it to the Philistine men. Judges chapter 14 verses 15 to 18 states, "On the 4th day, they said to Samson's wife, 'Coax your husband into explaining the riddle for us, or we will burn you and your father's household to death. Did you invite us here to steal our property?' Then Samson's wife threw herself on him, sobbing, 'You hate me. You don't really love me. You've given my people a riddle, but you haven't told me the answer.' 'I haven't even explained it to my father or mother,' he replied, 'so why should I explain it to you?' She cried the whole 7 days of the feast. So, on the 7th day he finally told her, because she continued to press him. She in turn explained the riddle to her people. Question 18. Who conspired with Delilah to capture Samson? A. The Philistine rulers. B. Samson's parents. C. His brothers. D. His best friend. The correct answer is A. The Philistine rulers. The Philistine rulers conspired with Delilah to capture Samson and subdue him. Judges chapter 16 verse 4 to 5 states, "Sometime later, he fell in love with a woman in the valley of Sorek whose name was Delilah. The rulers of the Philistines went to her and said, 'See if you can lure him into showing you the secret of his great strength and how we can overpower him so we may tie him up and subdue him. Each one of us will give you 1,100 shekels of silver.'" Question 19. What was the name of the Philistine god whose temple Samson destroyed? A. Dagon. B. Baal. C. Moloch. D. Asherah. The answer is A. Dagon. Samson destroyed the temple of the Philistine god Dagon, causing the death of many Philistines, including himself. Judges chapter 16 verse 23 to 30 states, "Now the rulers of the Philistines assembled to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon their god and to celebrate, saying, 'Our God has delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hands.' When the people saw him, they praised their God, saying, 'Our God has delivered our enemy into our hands, the one who laid waste our land and multiplied our slain.' While they were in high spirits, they shouted, 'Bring out Samson to entertain us.' So, they called Samson out of the prison, and he performed for them. When they stood him among the pillars, Samson said to the servant who held his hand, 'Put me where I can feel the pillars that support the temple, so that I may lean against them.' Now the temple was crowded with men and women. All the rulers of the Philistines were there, and on the roof were about 3,000 men and women watching Samson perform. Then Samson prayed to the Lord, 'Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please, God, strengthen me just once more, and let me with one blow get revenge on the Philistines for my 2 eyes.' Then Samson reached toward the 2 central pillars on which the temple stood. Bracing himself against them, his right hand on the one and his left hand on the other, Samson said, 'Let me die with the Philistines.' Then he pushed with all his might, and down came the temple on the rulers and all the people in it. Thus, he killed many more when he died than while he lived. And that concludes our ultimate Samson quiz. We hope you enjoyed testing your knowledge and exploring the remarkable feats of this legendary biblical hero. From his incredible strength to his triumphs and struggles, the story of Samson is one of courage, faith, and redemption. We invite you to continue delving into the rich tapestry of biblical narratives with us here at Thy Word. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content on the Word of God. Until next time, may the stories of the Bible continue to inspire and guide you on your journey of faith. Stay tuned for our next quiz, where we'll uncover even more hidden gems from the Scriptures. Thank you for joining us, and may the peace of the Lord be with you always.